Okay, class. Today's word is fraud.
Wanted to make sure all your people knew it was me. Here is why I called Aaron Rodgers, or why I called you a hypocrite.
Okay. Now, I said today's word is fraud. You called him a fraud. You may have called him a hypocrite too, but I think that's a misdemeanor compared to the felony of calling somebody a fraud. It's time to explain this because I'm trying to be objective. But right now, it's not leaning Ryan Clark's way. Let's see.
Because you're actually on ESPN talking about my fellow colleagues and the people I work with, saying that now, because they are former players and weren't as great as players of you as you were, you feel like, or they feel like they're the stars.
Okay. He's talking about Shannon Sharp and he's talking about Stephen A. Smith. The funniest thing about all of this is that's exactly who Aaron Rodgers was talking about at first. He was not talking about Ryan Clark. The asinine comment that he made, talking about guys who act like they weren't in that locker room before. This smoke was really for Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp. But they said, Ryan, sick him. And he did.
And that's not it. TV has changed. It's more about opinion and the informed opinion of people who have played the game. What's hypocritical about what you said is you said it while on TV with Pat McAfee, who has done an amazing job with this platform.
Uh-oh. You're learning from Stephen A. Here comes the bomb. You know it's coming. Duck!
And even though he was an all-pro punter, he's now extremely famous and more well-known for what he does in his post-career. Even more hypocritical of you is that you're sitting across from three people who have never played the game.
Okay.
And they are also entitled to talk about football in a very informed way, because if we've learned anything from Mina Kimes, you don't actually have to step on the field to be excellent at the job of analyzing football. And I spoke to that hypocrisy because you were getting paid to do that, which Pat said you deserve to. And that is why you received the money that you did, at least initially, because of what you brought to his platform.
Okay, Ryan Clark ain't lying right now. We ain't speaking the truth, but everything that he's saying that's of his opinion, it's hard to argue. Mina Kimes is good at what she does. It's hard to argue that other guys who don't play are still informed. It's hard to argue all this stuff. All right, Ryan is cleaning it up. Let's go.
No, let me be clear, because I know you want us to list these things. My name is Ryan Clark. Played 13 years in the NFL, been to 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
I have as many rings as you do.
Man, look, I know what he going through right now, because sometimes you just got to take the fight for somebody else. I did that with Max Kellerman. Y'all know it. Now, damn right. And I ain't no punk for it. And Ryan ain't no punk for this either. Now, we still ain't got to this fraud part yet. We on hypocrite, and we getting somewhere with hypocrite. But damn, you said you got the same amount of rings as him. And that face right there is somebody knowing that they shooting. They throwing them rocks and hiding them hands. He like, that wasn't no shot. It's called plausible deniability. That was a shot. God dang, that was a good one too.
I was the captain of 2 separate football teams. I'm also an Emmy winner. I'm also the co-host, owner, and partner of an Emmy-nominated podcast called The Pivot.
Don't do this, Ryan. Don't do it.
Now, I know something else you were very interested in was my vaccination status. And yes, I'm vaxxed because I have no spleen, I have no gallbladder, because of playing in Denver and being willing to go back, honestly, and play again.
See, look, okay. Ryan Clark had a better football career than me. I can even go to ChatGPT and figure that out. It ain't that hard, right? He played 13 years, I played 10, okay? He played at a higher level longer than I did. I had higher peaks than him. I'm only saying this because I think Ryan Clark was a good player. Damn good player. But you, Ryan Clark, are not Aaron Rodgers. And we know that, right? So we got to go in pecking orders. Aaron Rodgers 1, Ryan Clark 2, and I got to throw myself in there so y'all don't think I'm a hater. And me 3. Even though they wasn't saying Ryan Clark was a top 50 player ever in the NFL. And they said that about me not once, but twice. So I had higher peaks. He had a better career. That said, this ain't an argument between me and Ryan Clark. This is Ryan Clark trying to argue with Aaron Rodgers. I dare you list your accolades. You weren't better than him on the field. And the only reason you better than him in the media game is because you're in the media game. Don't let Aaron Rodgers get out there and try and do this thing. So it's kind of weird to like throw out your accolades in something he ain't even competing in. Stick to the script. Talk about what y'all talking about. Stay on this field. Oh, you don't want to do that. And I don't really want to do that with you either. Maybe.
Because I've been in those locker rooms. And I've talked to people that have been in the locker rooms with you. I have the stories. I have all the things that they said that informed my opinion of who you are.
That's called secondhand. That's called hearsay. Now, let me stop. Keep going.
And as far as your vaccination status, so you can stop trying to trick people into thinking that we want to talk about that above the stink of your film, I've never heard it one more time after your incident. And the only reason we spoke about it then was because based on your vaccination status, it was going to determine how long you were out. And also, people didn't care that you weren't vaccinated. They cared that you were slimy about it. They cared that you were deceitful about it. And they cared that you had this air of arrogance when answering the questions about it.
Oh, he nailing them now right there. Remember that when Aaron Rodgers was trying to like talk out of both sides of his mouth? You know, that elastic language that they say politicians use where you can stretch the truth. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. That's when it all got ugly for Aaron Rodgers. The vax status, part one. Stop acting like the vax status didn't matter. Go back to that time. Even in my own family, I had beef with my niece who wanted to come over and she wasn't vaxxed. I was like, I don't know about that. And then finally you loosen up with the backyard. You could go way over there, cross to that cemetery and holler at us. You know what I mean? So don't act like it wasn't his status too. But also, it definitely was the way he tried to worm out of, get him, Ryan, go Ryan.
And you've kind of only been the only person that's talked about it since.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But let me be very, very clear.
Ooh.
My job is to analyze you. You've decided to analyze me. And in analyzing you, what I know is your QBR is 21st. I also know that you're the quarterback of a 4-10 team who has to win the last 3 games of the season to even be equal to what last year's team was without you.
Damn!
No, I get it.
What?
You get on the show and you talk about my brooch and you curse and all this tough talk. I just need you to know, don't none of that scare me.
Damn, you know he's scared or not scared because he just lost all his English. Don't none of that scare me.
I'm going to do my job the way I'm supposed to do it. I feel no way about not being able to talk about what the film says because of what my career was.
Ooh.
And if you continue to be arrogant or smug or hypocritical and it pertains to my job, I'm going to do it. And I want to remind you again, I'm Ryan Clark. 13 years, Emmy winner.
All right. If you're going to do that again, I'm out. Nah, he might say something else.
Host of an Emmy-nominated podcast. And speaking of that jealousy and
there we
that
go.
stuff.
Yes. Come on, Ryan.
The Rock, Kevin Hart,
Ooh.
Mike Tomlin,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams,
Yo, boy.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
Shaq, just to name a few.
Marcellus, Wiley.
No money,
Nah.
just relationships,
Yup.
conversations, and respect.
My dog.
It's what I tried to give you. And we'll keep it that way as long as you want it like that. Appreciate you.
Jesus, good Lord. I'm not speechless. I just don't know where to start. That is a strong retort. My issue is it's still a misdirection. Because in present day, this whole thing started when Ryan Clark called that man a fraud, in my opinion. Now, maybe that's just the football player in me, the locker room in me. Because Aaron Rodgers was talking about the industry and really Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp thinly veiled. I saw that. Ryan took it on him to say, let me go beef it out, and made it about this guy's a fraud. So Aaron was talking about the job Stephen A. was doing, the job Shannon Sharp was doing. Ryan took that and didn't talk just about the job Aaron Rodgers was or not doing. Took that and said the dude is a fraud. He's a hypocrite, all this stuff. So it's like now we have left the field where Aaron Rodgers came back and said, don't act like you ain't been in this locker room before. Don't act like you different than who you were when you played. But I keep seeing Shannon, Stephen A., in this context, because I've heard them also call him smug and all that stuff too. And they trying to form it into his leadership. So I give them grace because they're like, they talking about how he leads. But calling a man a fraud, now I got to cut you. What DJ Quick say? Now I got to cut you. Oh, man. Okay. So I know we're 11 minutes into this video, and I thought that was the best part. Wrong. I thought that's where it all started. Wrong. I couldn't believe when someone put this out there and said that, nah, dog, this started a long time ago. I said, they beefing from way back? And then they said, oh, not even way back. Way back.
You did it so quickly. That play that we just showed and the look on your face it's painful for me to see as your friend. But you're saying that
it's
after
not, Greeny, it's not.
Go ahead.
It's not painful, Greeny. I told you before, we have had this conversation. I had already told my kids that Daddy was going to get a free trip to Disney World. You talk about Mike McCarthy, he gave a new language to the Dallas Cowboys. That language is simple. It is English for me. I knew exactly what the play was, Greeny. I told Jordan, Jaden, Logan, and I said, I just signed the paper. Daddy's going to get to say, we're going to Disney World. He never saw me. I locked Ike on the backside. I was ready to go, Greeny. He never looked at me because he's so good, he don't need to see the other people. He throws the ball over my hand. I roll over. I'm dejected. I've now let the city of Pittsburgh down, myself, my children. I have let the whole entire Louisiana down. I'm still feeling good, though. We might win. They call timeout because we start balling a little bit. He looks at me. He says, hey, 2-5. First off, Aaron, you know my freaking name. You've been studying for this game for 2 weeks. Don't call me 2-5. My friends call me that. You ain't my friend. And then he gonna tell me, and it wasn't that it was just this much out of my reach. It's that he had the gumption, the gall, the audacity in my lowest of times to stick salt in the wound. And so listen, do I love the player? Yes. Do I want to fist fight the person? Yes. And I ain't scared. I don't care. Green Bay, Wisconsin not going to jump on me no more because he's finna be gone. We going to see about that one day, Aaron. I'm telling you.
That's why the police always say you have the right to remain silent. Woo! How much was that tongue-in-cheek? How much was that levity? And how much of that was... It's hard to believe he holding a grudge from February 6th, was it? 2011? I thought this was about, you really don't think Aaron Rodgers is doing just his job. Then the reason he's not doing his job is because of the type of person, leader he is. But is there some extra hot sauce on this? Because came up that short. I mean, I've never been in a Super Bowl. So I've never lost a Super Bowl. But if I know if I was the reason I lost the Super Bowl, 31-25. So that means that was one play away. You lose the Super Bowl, and the dude who beats you in the Super Bowl and beats you in that play goes, wonder if that goes away. Okay. So on our objective fest, trying to make sure we do this the right way, because we know all the ways that Aaron Rodgers is a fraud, someone posted this I thought was interesting. Some of the ways that Ryan Clark is a fraud. Let's see if it's real. Ryan Clark keeps calling Aaron Rodgers a fraud. Here are some things to know about Clark. He refused to appear on air with Sage Steele after he learned she was a conservative. I heard about that. I ain't hear about it in real time, so I ain't do a video. I don't know where I was, but come on, dog. How we gonna coexist? How we gonna be people? How you gonna get respected if you don't show respect? Anyway, he had a football agent help negotiate his deal in a clear conflict of interest that should be fireable. He defends those clients on air. David Mulugeta. Big time agent, right? I don't have no problems with David Mulugeta, but he represents a lot of clients that might have problems with me. Let's just say that. Jalen Ramsey don't like me too much, I don't think. I don't know. I hope he does. I like him. Ryan Clark don't like me too much, I think, and actually know, and he knows, I think, pretty low of him, even though I think highly of him as a, talent. And then the things he does just makes me say, man, never mind. But that's a bad thing. Y'all pull up some Deshaun Watson tape, and I want to make sure that Ryan Clark was being as critical of him as he is Aaron Rodgers. Because this year, who was worse, Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers? Boy, stop. And I need to beat it up in the comments. Tell me if he went in on Deshaun Watson or not, because Deshaun is represented by David Mulugeta. We're going to go somewhere with that. Pretends to be friends with ESPN hosts while trying to convince execs to give him their job. Oh, that's the Emmanuel Acho. I don't even think that's, look, I don't think that's a problem, tell you the truth. It ain't the way I roll, but I also don't condemn people that do that, because that happens in every business. Like, even when I played football, when my coach was talking to me, I wasn't trying to shade Bruce Smith, but I sure was trying to shine Marcellus Wiley. I was like, yo, coach, you know I could play that play. I could run that. I could do that stunt, I always say, if someone gets fired, like, I don't blame Acho for me not going back to Fox. One, they wanted me back. You think I got the resources and tools and the hardware to build this thing out? This is Fox stuff. See that little sign up there that say That Dude's Show? That ain't no. Why this ain't called That Dude's Football Show if it wasn't Fox? Fox and I are cool. Here's the problem, though. I always told people, if you think he got me fired, then that's not on him still. It's on me, because I shouldn't be fireable. So I don't really hold that against Ryan Clark. If they take shows away from somebody else, guess what? It was there for the taking. Even though I don't get down like that. Did a segment to discuss how black quarterbacks are. Now, that's corny. Sometimes you get up there and you get lost in Bristol or in the New York studios and you get corny. How black. Somebody wrote me that other day. Oh, man, when you going to ever stick up for the real brothers? What? Wears a pen with his initials on the suits. That's not fraud. But Ryan Clark did call that man a fraud. Okay. Let's talk through this before we get through with this video, and then I get to that freestyle. This freestyle gonna be killer. Ryan Clark called Aaron Rodgers a fraud directly, like Tombstone. That's you, boy. And then Aaron Rodgers was indirectly calling the industry a fraud and what the industry is doing. Especially Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp said they were doing some things that you can term fraudulent. He didn't use that word, but he was like, this ain't it. Beat up in the comments which one you think is worse. This looks like a run that I think Ryan Clark wants to take because it's against Aaron Rodgers. He know he gonna benefit from it one way or the other. Either A, he gonna be right, and then, man, I beat Aaron Rodgers in the whole vernacular game. Or B, he could be wrong, but he gonna get so much attention because he's talking about Aaron Rodgers. It's a no-lose situation, if you ask me. That's what I think of it. Y'all beat it up in the comments. He has some points, though, in this video. But, he coming at him. He not even coming at Aaron Rodgers about Aaron Rodgers. He coming at Aaron Rodgers with the knowledge of what others said and the knowledge of what he think he knows. And then he giving you what we know. Then he giving you how sorry he played this year. Damn. There's a whole lot going on there. All right. Make sure you log on to projecttransition.org and go like Oz Torres, $250 donation to projecttransition.org. Are you donating? Donate right now. I ain't rapping. All right. Donate. Thank you. I felt all y'all donate. Now I'm about to rap. Okay? You got to make sure you guys do that. And if you do that, you can become a gym member. You want to be a gym member? You know what a gym member is? A giver every month. Guess what they get? They get this book right here. Never Shut Up. Please. $5 a month. Golly. Jordans are cheaper. Or more expensive. More expensive. Yeah, they're more expensive. I'm going to make sure nobody ever goes. Without further ado, it's time to get these flows on. I know what y'all waiting on. Let's go get that.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
What's up, Wild Style? Jill. Killer. Brian Clark. Aaron Rodgers. Killer. About to sell more albums than Thriller. Yeah. Yo, check it. Yo, I gotta wait for it to build. Y'all know what I'm saying? I got them skills on the reels. Let's go. Brian Clark still talking, holding heat in his palm. Aaron Rodgers gonna rob them of his calm. ESPN words sharp as a blade. Throwing shade on the pack like it's no fade. Discount double check got Clark in his fields. Rodgers got no heart for the real deals. Super Bowl dreams, y'all staying on ice. Clark ain't forgetting, man, he's cutting precise. Rodgers playing chess. Clark calling it luck. Ooh, he got a grudge. Ooh, cussed up. They ain't built the same. Clark spitting with spite. Keep grudges lit, man, no end in sight. From the field to the booth, the bill still alive. Clark and Rodgers in the clash, who gon' survive? Gangsta vibes on the mic, no handshake here. Just bars on bars, no NFL year. You know what it is. Y'all both went out there and handled your biz. But both of y'all acting like some big ass kids. Man, what's up? Let's do it. Ryan Clark on the mic, calling a grudge on repeat. Just a man like Rodgers on a retreat. Critics hit the waves, snipers in the booth. Clark staying uncool. I just ran with finesse. And Clark like under duress. Where's the leadership? The team don't align. Rodgers fumbled more than the damn line. Man, I'm doing fine. Ain't tripping on nobody, boy, I got a rhyme. Y'all know what happened to me, man. One time, I had to drop it off 10 cents a dime. Like I said, when I saw both these boys feuding, it was kind of confusing. I was like, man, at first it was amusing. But now y'all doing too much of that choosing. I'm gonna fight for Stephen A. I'm gonna fight for Shannon. Oh, what you gonna do next? Get a cannon? Back. Nah, y'all gonna chill. Cause both of y'all played the game for real. But now these words is getting out of hand. Y'all gonna act like y'all ain't both men. When y'all gonna do it again, then I don't even want y'all to act like y'all don't want to be friends. Men. That was pretty good. At the end, what you think? Nah, what you really think? Hold on, I got one more. I'm on the Rilla, come a killer, gonna steal her. You understand that Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna fail you. You don't even know that boy don't want no nothing. Why? He don't give a rather than from the Green Bay Pack. He coming to the Jets, he don't know the next team. He don't understand what you're talking about, what you're saying to scene. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.